And welcome everybody to the World of Ability Podcast Network. My name is Emily Gulmer, and a uh, podcast engineer here. And we're excited to bring you another episode of the Mastery of Connections with Alan or MC Holmes, which we affectionately call the Master Connector. We are here every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central, and would love to have all of you as a guest. So, encourage everybody to contact us for to get that set up. Um, but this show is all about making connections and networking and so on. So I am going to bring in our master connector to get us kicked off with our great guest today. We have a couple special, at least one special guest today. So, uh, Alan, why don't you come in here and get us kicked off today?
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, all right. Thank you. This is Alan Holmes, also named as Master Connector or AMC Holmes. I want to say thank you for welcome to the Mastery of Connections. Today we have an amazing guest, but before we go to the guest, we want to step back and say introduce you to the founder of the Disability Channel and someone who's been an integral part of Mastery and Connections, putting this together with Emily Gomer and Kurt Ruskoff, the legend himself. We talked about it so many times, but I want to make put a face to the voice. Mr. Jay Storian, you're somewhere out there in the cyber world. Where are you? Where are you? Calling all Jays. Calling all Jays. Jay Storian is in the house. And there I say, we say it three times. I'm gonna stop talking, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody who knows me is very hard to get me to slow down, but I have to stop and say thank you, Mr. Jay Storian, for putting together such an incredible platform. And and let me just hand the mic over to you and kind of introduce how the Mastery Connections is here because of yourself and this incredible channel. Go for it, Joy. Good morning, sir.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you for the kind introduction. Hi, Emily. Hi, everybody. Hi, Kurt. Hi, Marion. Thank you so much for inviting the Disability Channel, our debut. Well, we've been working for 5 years now, but the Disability Channel is going to take more of I guess a visual aspect on the Today Show USA, as we are up here in Canada also. So we're North American wide with our flagship called the Today Show. You can join us on Facebook, and you can also check us out on our website www.thedisabilitychannel.ca. So I'm here just to officially introduce the Disability Channel to America and the opportunities we provide. So the Disability Channel is by and for persons with disabilities and veterans, showcasing their abilities through media through our Canadian government funded employment programs in the media industry. So our whole focus is education, 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 right? So what we do is we help persons with disabilities get off assistance, enroll in our online or in-person programs, get paid while you're learning a new skill, and then get you a job either on my platform, the Disability Channel, as a production person, or to our affiliates like SiriusXM, iHeartRadio, Restream, the Toronto Star, television stations in America and Canada. We have an 85% success rate since 2016, including during COVID. So we either place our graduates part-time or full-time. We do cross-border shopping, cross-border hiring. We combine our graduates. So for instance, if you're a company that's looking for 40 hours or 30 hours a week, well, sometimes we will give you two people that can do 10 hours or 15 hours or 20 hours a week. We're very innovative. We can work from home and we can work from online. I would highly recommend that every Forbes company hire a person with disability or a veteran for your staff, and it'll change your life. I guarantee you it will change your life, because when you go into the office or online now and you're an able-bodied person and you're having a bad day, look into the screen or look beside you at the person who has a disability and veteran, and you'll see them smiling away, working away, because they just want an opportunity like everybody else. So again, we are an education platform providing opportunities for the most vulnerable community, persons with disabilities, and our heroes, veterans across Canada. And what we are doing now is we're in the midst of duplicating this process in the United States, starting in Illinois with our friend and affiliate and veteran, Brian Gibson at Project Die Hard. I'd recommend everybody to look up Project Die Hard, as they were doing wonderful things for their fellow veterans, helping them in preventing suicide. And we do that through all different types of productions. So that's one element. We are a disability channel focused on providing educational opportunities and employment in the media, so you can get a job like myself or like Kurt or like Emily as a host in front of the camera, or behind the camera like a camera person, audio, lights, editing, set up locations, social media. There's many jobs, administration. You can have a disability internally, externally. You can have mobility issues. We will help you. This is what we do, right? All of our staff are graduates. All of our staffs are disabled, or they're all veterans. So I'll flip it to the other side. I run the other, so I have a whole team that runs production, or runs the employment programs, right? And we can go through that. You can check us out again on our website. We have about 6 different programs running from 4 weeks to 20 weeks. Everybody who is afraid of the computer, but they know they have to learn, but they're afraid of it. So we have a beginner's course, and then we have a much more savvy course for people who are already technically inclined. They're already doing their social media. They just want to learn how to operate a camera, how to become a talk show host. So on the other side, which I run the media side of things. And I come from Fox. So I was a television talk show host on Fox for quite a while. My show was on after Friends for an hour. My first guest was Frank Sinatra Jr. I've interviewed everybody from Oprah to Jeff Bridges to NFL players, hockey players, baseball players, everybody who sort of supports what we do. We're always looking for more support. We're looking for that whole high-profile person in the United States to come on board, because we're doing wonderful things. We're changing lives. So when it comes to production, the Disability Channel produces about 50 shows a month. Our flagship show, again, which I'm appearing on today, is the Today Show, but we also produce a socially served show, which touches on topics within the disability and veteran community on how to help people. We're all positive, right? We're all about positivity, no negativity, no pot shots. We don't go after people. We support people. So we have the flagship show, Today Show. We have socially served. We have a muscle car show called TDC Classic Cars. I love my muscle. Gotta love the rumble, right? Gotta love the rumble. We have Press Box, which is our another flagship sports show. And I'll talk about that in a little bit, because it's attached to a lot of great live events. So Press Box, scores, athletes. It's hosted by a former NHL hockey player, Doug Smith, who broke his neck. Check this guy out, Doug Smith, right? Doug Smith, former NHLer. We also have a music show. I'm a musician, so we love supporting emerging, mainstream, and independent artists, like either Frank Sinatra Jr. or your local guy at the open mic at the pub, right? We're all about the local, supporting the local musician, right? We have, and I want to give a big shout out to Your Home TV. So Your Home TV is our U.S. platform, which is affiliated with Kathy Ireland. It's gone right across. Our exposure is great. We get 20,000 views per show, if not more. Great opportunity to advertise. Obviously, we have our veteran show. So we have a veteran show called Veterans Corner. And we did have a veteran that was hosting it. Unfortunately, veterans are just like our communities. Sometimes they need a break. Sometimes they need to step back. Sometimes their illness or their disability has flared up. So right now, we're actually in the midst right now of interviewing new hosts. I'm going to be taking over for Veterans Corner. Today, we have a show actually today. And I have a veteran who's going to co-host with me, and I'm interviewing a veteran from the East Coast who's also a musician. For all you musicians out there, it seems like veterans and musicians, they seem to go hand in hand. The music really helps, and same with person with disabilities. So music is a big link. I'm almost done. I just want to talk a little bit about Pressbox, which is our sports show. So our sports show, thanks, Dave Stevens, down in USA. We have an affiliate sports show in Minnesota, GSS, with Dave and Troy. Awesome. We've been to the Super Bowl 8 years in a row on Media Row. This year we're going again, and we are sizing up this year. So we're going to be even have more of a presence at the Super Bowl. We hope to have our own stage there, showcasing veterans, musicians, sports, athletes, the Disability Channel, our employment programs on the world stage at the Super Bowl. So again, that's what we're all about, enrolling our programs, and we're going to flip it right from the Super Bowl. And we're part of the Invictus Games 225 in British Columbia, BC in February, showcasing veterans in sport created by Prince Harry. So this is a big event. So we're going to go with the Super Bowl. We're planning a bus music tour in between to showcase veterans. And then we're going to go out to the Invictus Games. So there's so much going on. Like, wow, it's great. We have a great team. We're always looking for people to join our team, either volunteer, enroll in our programs, because if you enroll in our programs, that opens up the door for employment, because our whole focus is to get our graduates jobs, right? So if you're in our program and you graduate, we work hard to get you a job in media, and it's a great job. You can interview everybody around the world. It's fun. Like, it's being in the media is you got to be quick, you got to be witty, you got to be able to think on your feet, and you can interview the biggest stars in the world. So if people want to find out more information on how they can join or support or be part of the disability team, we would love to have you. You can email myself at thedisabilitychannel.ca, or just go onto our website, www.thedisabilitychannel.ca, and check us out. We would love to interact, love to meet you, love to make new friends. Obviously, I talk a lot, so I'm going to hand the mic back over to Alan. But I really thank you guys for this opportunity for appearing on a show today. And every Wednesday, I'd like to come on and just update your viewers on what type of opportunities the Disability Channel is providing. So before I let you go, is there any questions anybody would like to ask me, please? Oh, I see a hand up.
No, yeah, there's Marianne. She's coming up. Go ahead, Marianne.
Well, aloha, Jay, Kurt, Emily, and the Master Connector, Alan. Thank you so much for having me on here as a guest speaker. I'm Marianne of Waikiki. That's my sign language name, my book author name. I'm an author and Apple game developer of the Acts of Kindness series, featuring 200 Folkman as puppets. My books are written for animation movies with the sign language characters, with a soundtrack by Lucy Lynch and The Perfect Wave. And no one has done anything with animation movies with sign language characters. So I am so excited to be here and to support the veterans. My background, I have a degree in communication disorders.
Okay, I'm gonna sign off now. I wanted to know if there's any questions regarding the channel. That's all. So I'm gonna sign off now, guys. Okay. I really appreciate the time, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you.
No
Bye-bye.
problem. No problem.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jay. As you know, we're definitely going to get with Jay, because first of all, Jay, thank you before you sign off, I just want to say thank you for allowing us to be a part of this amazing channel. We would definitely get the word about. And my question, real quick, if you have about 30 seconds, is when we, as a collective group, for those who are listening, is there someone where we can actually, besides the website, get a hold of you by email or LinkedIn? Because we do have a Massive Connection LinkedIn page, as well as we know that every family working with the Facebook.
Kurt can connect you. I gave my email. Yeah, Kurt can connect you guys if you're interested, for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jay. We salute you and appreciate you supporting veterans and those with disabilities and abilities around the world.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
You too, sir.
Take care.
And as we always, we're going to roll right into another legend. This is how we do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Massive Connections is proud to present. You see, we always say, never know who you're going to meet. This is what happens on the dime. And with that said, we're going to introduce a young lady. You may know her. Okay, you don't. Okay, Alan Holmes, MC Holmes. Her name is Marianne Ambrose. Marianne is a superstar who really reaches out to the veteran community all the way from I'm in California, from Wisconsin to Hawaii. Let me bring in Marianne. Welcome to this community. Thank you so much. I know it's been a while. We've been back and forth in various different platforms, but we finally, you stopped by as an amazing guest. Welcome to the show, Marianne. Tell us a little bit about who you are, how you got started in this, and what drives you as a passion for
Well,
what
thank you
you're
so
trying to
much,
do
the Master Connector, Alan
in
and
the
Emily
world
and
of
Kurt.
ability and
I
some time
was
facilitate
introduced
this work.
to Kurt through the Happy Neighborhood Projects during the pandemic. And I joined Happy Neighborhood Projects, and I was a co host in Hawaii. And when they opened up the ability group, I was the volunteer sign language interpreter for Denise Vargas. And that weekly event. So I was very grateful to be happy of service. And that's what I was kind of getting at with Jay. I know I was a little bit introducing myself here, but knowing that he's going to be on every Wednesday, I think I could possibly volunteer my services to do the sign language interpretation for him during his introduction. And Alan, we have a 500 million people worldwide now with a hearing loss. We have millions of moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. And so, with my career history of being a social worker with the deaf 30 some years ago, when President Bush signed the American Disabilities Act, that goes way back. Yeah, I was a case manager and I, with another coworker and a sign language interpreter in a mental health agency, we serviced it over 30 clients. So not only did we help with employment and goodwill or factories, a lot of the deaf community work at post offices and picking up part-time jobs. Some of them lived independently. Some of them lived in a group home, an AFC home, adult foster care home. We did placement with that, with housing, also with their medication and psychiatric treatment. We had a weekly deaf group for support, making sure that qualified interpreters were there for doctor's appointments, the courtroom. So there was a lot of different things that I was doing for 4 years after I got out of Central Michigan University and was commuting to Lansing Community College for my sign language skills. So through my journey, I worked in various other sales organizations and mental health and in medical. And I was personally injured. I had a manager drive a hotel, drove her SUV through a hotel lobby, and I suffered from neck, back, broken ankle, and a hearing loss. And I went to apply for my disability, and that was a journey to get people involved. And actually, they denied me at first, and a sign language interpreter. I couldn't believe it. Here, I gave all my service work and now I'm in need of one because I've lost some of my hearing. I had severe ringing in the ears and vertigo. Vertigo is spinning and it makes you can be violently sick. And you don't know when it's going to come and go. There's just different triggers. So I'm highlighting too for veterans who may be experiencing hearing loss, ringing in the ears. They are able to go and get benefits for tinnitus, ringing in the ears. And there's millions of people on disability receiving disability in the military, and those benefits are available. So there's a lot of different services that are out there. And thank you so much for having the other programs, Project Die Hard. It's just amazing of what type of support that we are giving to our communities here, not only to our deaf community, but our military families. And we're seeing a lot of people, unnecessary warfare, that there's 65 million people in Pakistan that have that are considered deaf, and that's believed to unnecessary warfare. And I'm bringing up Pakistan is because through my journey during the pandemic, I received unemployment assistance, which I used that money to federally trademark the Acts of Kindness series. And I hired on Pakistan fiber graphic designers to design my book covers, the flyers that you saw me, the colorful flyers on the background on Zoom with happy neighborhood projects, as well as they helped me create 10 Apple app games as online courses to go with the Acts of Kindness series. So it was great fun. And we just applied for several awesome foundation grants, and Pakistan is one, to get $1,000 to use it to benefit the community and to maybe help us with media here with Jay and the Disability Channel, and to hire on more persons with disabilities. So everybody wins. And Emily, if you have a chance, if you could be kind to bring up my website, we can scroll down that so people can actually see what I'm talking about now. They're the Acts of Kindness series. And Alan, through the Happy Neighborhood Projects, I was introduced to Trevor Gibbs. Trevor Gibbs is the web
Yes,
detective.
yes.
He's been on several shows. He makes sure your websites are ADA compliant, meaning that's American Disabilities Act compliant, and meaning that you have to have the correct typing for persons with visual. I had to turn off the audio of the soundtrack because if a person couldn't find the clicking on the button, he evaluated this website. And if you don't have your websites evaluated, big businesses can receive up to a $75,000 fine for not making your website compliant. And I know, I don't want to say this, but Domino's Pizza was talked to, and people have changed their website. So Trevor Gibbs is an amazing person, and he can audit your website. So thank you so much, Trevor, for doing this. So this is the Acts of Kindness series website. He also introduced me to Hosinger, which I got a 4-year plan for 100 and some dollars. So that helps me with our series and being on a budget. And if you can see, there's Underwater Acts of Kindness featuring Noah, the hard of hearing whale. We have Flip and Flop, the service alpha dolphins. We have Shaka, the sign language shark. We have the general of the New Earth Army who recruits Noah, the hard of hearing whale, to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. And there's Dr. Fingers. He's a finger spelling hermit crab who rehabilitates Noah, the hard of hearing whale, after he is hit by a black speedboat named Bad Karma. And it's kind of a similar story with me, with my auto accident and losing some of my hearing, and what kind of life am I going to have now, or of adjusting. Even though I worked in the disability community, now I am considered disability. And I'm, older, and I've gotten to do a lot of the more amazing experiences, especially interpreting for a deaf man for over 10 years in Hawaii. So he was also the stem of this. We have King Octo the Eighth, who teaches the signs of peace. If you guys want to follow me, I teach this. As this is the sign of peace. This is the sign of love. Hug yourself. We need the minimum of 20 hugs a day to survive in this world. This is the sign happiness, up from the heart. And we are happy because we were part of the Happy Neighborhood projects, and it's continuing going. And this is thank you, as in mahalo, thank you. So peace, love, happiness, and thanks are the message for ocean cleanup of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch with Noah, the hard of hearing whale. We roll over to Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bullying. That features Harry, the hard of hearing rabbit, and he has a sign language interpreter. Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken, which you see right there. There she is. She's the leading lady, and Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee. So not only that, we have a sign language interpreter and a finger speller, just like we have two interpreters usually at events trading off every, say, 20 minutes so that they can rest and regroup and facilitate communication for the deaf community. So thank you so much, interpreters. And this is another need too. We're going to be in need of interpreters out there with this 500 million people worldwide with a hearing loss. We also have Pono, the Hawaiian polo pony, and that features Pono riding in a polo club, and all the horses that come from the various islands with the different color leis. And Auntie Renee is involved and has a deaf rider. So horses are very therapeutic for um, persons with disabilities, children, well, children in general, everybody loves horses and ponies. So I know that other people in the Happy Neighborhood Project, Zach Clayton and your Project Die Hard, are having support at ranches with horses and other animals, animal therapy, service dogs. And again, music is very happy, and music vibrations raise your vibrations. So I encourage people to listen to, it's called Solfeggio Frequency. That's SOLFEGGIO frequencies. And when you raise your vibrations, you vibrate high. You don't attract disease. And there's several different ones. You can have the alpha waves, the delta waves for sleep waves. There's ones for ridding virus, which I listened to 24/7 during COVID. There's so many different attracting wealth, abundance, so many good feeling vibrations out there that we need to be playing these in, hospitals, clinics, Walmart, walking around Walmart. It just means so much peaceful people raising their vibrations, you know, bus systems, everywhere. So again, this is all learning that I got to learn through the Unity Church of Hawaii, where I was a sign language interpreter there for over a decade. And that's where I met Suzanne Sims, my writer, and Lucy Lynch, the singer of the soundtrack. So again, no one has created animation movies with sign language characters. So here we are. We're ready to bring it to the world. And I'm so excited. We're currently working on the fourth book, Cool Acts of Kindness for Climate Change, featuring Waterflow the whale. It's about a climate change camp on the big island of Hawaii. And we are working on chapter 4 now. So we have included a very important special goal giving man named Leon McLaughlin. Leon is the founder of Clean Water Foundation. He's in over 40 countries. I met in Hawaii, and we are partnering to bring the books worldwide. So we are featuring him in the book. Also, I've created 2 videos with Waterflow the whale and a robot with a heart named Robo Motivation, who accepts these water filters and rocks and rolls around the world delivering these water filters. And one of the recipients is a ostrich named Rich, and Lucy has a song called Rich and Radiant, and Love is the Only Way. So not only that, we have education, entertainment, we have music. We are taking on a global topic such as ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and now climate change. So Trevor Gibbs again helped me create the YouTube of Chelsea the Courageous Sign Language Chicken, doing the 26 letters of the ABC alphabet. And people can go on and visit that and see Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee, Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab. These are the folk manus puppets. They make mini puppets and large puppets. They're soft and cuddly, and they're a great tool. And we also have a fourth one called Greta Gobble on the golf course, where you putt and you count the numbers. So there's a variety of different app games, again on Apple, that we've created, 10 so far, to go as online chapters. Great fun for the families. There's Dr. Fingers right there. And we did bundle the books here. What we're rolling down to is Donors Choose, Alan. There's an organization called Donors Choose, and I was introduced to that when I returned from my sailing book signing tour in Southwest Florida to Virginia. I went sailing 91 days, 1,700 nautical miles in 2017. I book signed at Key West Aquarium and Marathon Aquarium. What a great fun opportunity, and to share the acts of kindness. So when I returned, I saw my special education teacher, Marilyn Rogers, who is now retired. She told me about Donors Choose, and we met at Starbucks. And she brought the laptop. In about 10 minutes, we typed in to Donors Choose about my first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, that it's educational for ocean cleanup. We're on the social emotional learning curriculum in Department of Education in Hawaii, as well as the puppets and sign language skills. and she requested 50 books, and within 2 weeks, she was funded. So here's an easy flyer here for teachers to take action this summer. And I have another principal that I just met down here in San Carlos, Mexico, who's a teacher, a principal in Arizona, who we just shipped the books to. He's going to be coming down this weekend, and he's going to be presenting it to his school board. So we're making it happen. So there's the 26 letters of the ASL, American Sign Language, finger spelling alphabet and numbers. There's a picture with me with Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee. Again, they're amazing. Folk Manus puppets, over 200 puppets in a catalog. You can put your hands in these glove puppets and do the ABCs. Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken, you can put your hands in and you can actually sign. You can also do that with a couple other puppets as well. So that was great fun. Learning the puppets, getting to know their names, having a great writer, Suzanne Sims, having my deaf friend Scott Buchanan be part of it. He was teaching autistic children, and he's also a Reiki master. He relocated before COVID to San Diego, and he got his veterinary assistance license, which he had to take schooling during the pandemic. Thank you, interpreters, for providing the services there online. That's a lot of work, and it's a lot of work on a person too, reading sign language, taking courses, and completing that. So I'm very proud of him and very honored that I had the opportunity to be with him and will continue to be with him. And we see these vision and mission again to bring these books into animation movies with sign language characters and soundtrack by Lucy Lynch in the Perfect Way. That's one chapter there, Glow in the Dark Party and Underwater Acts of Kindness. There's Rabbit, so it's finger spelling, and there's the counting with Greta Gobble on the golf course. So there's Harry the hard of hearing rabbit and Eve the finger spelling bumblebee. So you learn the ASL finger spelling alphabet, and then you go play the game. So go out and play is our tagline. How cool is that? So and then we also created coloring books featuring these leading characters. And we created these amazing flyers again through Fiverr Graphics in Pakistan. Look at those colors. Look at those rainbows. I have a rainbow here in my room here in San Carlos, Mexico. So the universe is providing with us. So not only we have the books, the app games, the puppets, we have great products. And again, all classroom teachers in the United States of America can receive copies of the books for free from donorschoose.org. And last year, Alan, Subaru Hawaii gave $25,000 to teachers in Hawaii. And in 2019, Good Morning America raised millions of dollars over a weekend and donated to Donors Choose. So we need to get the word out again, especially for summer season, summer school, summer break. There's my friend that works for the movie industry, and he saw the general of the New Earth Army merchandise, and he bought a shirt and sent it to me. So we will be seeing these characters. We created Waterflow the whale for Leon McLaughlin, and for the love of water, Flow, FLOW, for the love of water. And there's just some pictures of us in Hawaii there. Uh, and the puppets. So I had the opportunity to live on a sailboat there. Those are the musicians and Suzanne. That's Mr. Scott. There's our vision, again, to bring the books into animation movies with sign language characters and soundtrack by Lucy Lynch and The Perfect Way. So if you want to roll over to the About page, Emily, I will walk down that too. And again, thank you, Trevor Gibbs, for making sure that this website is ADA compliant. There's us as the team. Suzanne on the with the pink scarf. There's Lucy. I'm in the red. Marianne of Waikiki and Mr. Scott are doing the sign language. I love you on the hand. This is the letter I. This is the other L. I love you. So that's how you do I love you in sign language. So and scrolling down, uh, there is our team, and we are being federally trademarked. The Acts of Kindness series, we applied actually 3 years ago this month with Dr. Liddy out of Miami, who we met on the Happy Neighborhood projects. A couple of weeks ago, Leon McLaughlin, Clean Water Foundation, and I spoke with Dr. Liddy in regards to moving forward with Leon's projects in marketing the books, as well as the Disability Channel. So we're moving forward. to get the word out, making sure that we got all the copywriting, everything going well, dotting our I's and T's so we can make sure when we roll this out to the world, we're ready to go. And so I have a press release there. I received a Woman of the Year award from the National Association of Professional Women from Star Jones. So those are just some highlights of what we've been working on and the growth that we've had from thought to action. I had that thought to action in the press release from NAPW. And now look, I have 4 books. So we're moving forward. I have 10 app games and we're making it moving forward. So I had the opportunity to do a sailing book signing tour. So there's me sailing in Florida. There's me in Hawaii with Noah, the hard of hearing whale. And then I got to sail San Carlos to Mazatlan last December. So when I'm sailing, we are talking about clean water, making sure that there's no plastics in the water and talking about it. So good news is we're seeing a lot of things that are happening, and we dedicated the first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, to Boynton Slat of the Ocean Cleanup. We had a World Oceans Day where we highlighted his video of 100 excavations. So thank you, Emily, Kurt, Sue, for making these videos and websites available to our audience here. That's Auntie Renee, and there's Leon McLaughlin with his captain hat. And there's me, I'm Marianne of Waikiki. So, and if you want to join us every Saturday to meet us, you can join us on The World of Ability, featuring our host, Kurt Roscoff, and Sue, his wife, and Emily Gomer. World of Ability podcast every Saturday for Pacific Standard Time. It's 11 to 1. The master connector, Alan, joins us. So that's how we all met. And then we're coming down to the end of the show here. There's Trevor Gibbs, who is the ADA compliant web detective. And that's our Acts of Kindness series website. So thank you, Emily. And Alan, if you have any questions, I hope I've covered a lot of bases, especially because this is a disability. This is about veterans. My background is in hearing loss. I've experienced it. I've worked with the population, and I've gotten to do a lot of amazing things. And I look forward to being on your future shows. Maybe I could volunteer, and actually, when Jay speaks, I could volunteer and do the sign language interpretation. And you need to get closed caption on here as well. So if we're promoting it out worldwide, this is what the world needs. And we are the good news. And Alan, you are its messenger. So thank you so much. Mahalo. I'm Marianne of Waikiki.
Well, Marianne, you've said it all, and I agree with you. And I do would love to have you back on whenever you're available to get the closed caption and I agree to go ahead and interpret it. And for those who not sure if we were able to, we were sharing the screen, but if you could maybe just indulge us, if you will, by sharing with three different signs that you mentioned when the screen was sharing with, say, hello, my, you know, okay, and then what about I love you? There it is. And then, of course, peace and tranquility. I see. I have say.
Yes.
I throw it like. Well, thank you so much, Marianne, for stopping by the Mastery of Connections. Anybody knows me that the Mastery of Connections is about a collection of resources, and today's show was a perfect powered by the Disability Channel. And what a guest we had today, ladies and gentlemen. This is the reason why the Mastery of Connection exists, because of individuals like Jay Storian, who's powers the Disability Channel, and of course, all the way. I'm a little jealous, but I love my Marianne from with the acts of kindness. Please, 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 we're sending you employees to support Marianne and Leon and everything from cleaning up to the Disability Channel to just being accurate, be kind to one another. Peace and love to each one of you. Marianne, before we let you go and introduce the Emily and the Kurt, the other half of the Massive Connections, is there any way anyone who's listening on the great world of the Disability Channel and the audience and the replay, whether it's Facebook or LinkedIn or Massive Connection LinkedIn page, which we employ you, will get your information out there and this this taping. Is there any way we can, as someone, how did they get a hold of you directly? A phone number or email? We'll put that out there, but if you want to share that.
Well, I'm out of the country, so I am communications. But you can visit www.actsofkindnessseries.com. You can go onto the website below. There was a contact information. You can put in your information, and I can move forward with that either by email. And if not, people can join us every Saturday again on the World of Ability podcast, the Today Show, every Saturday from 11 to 1. You can be a guest speaker, and we just rock and roll with the flow. And Leon too shares his updates of moving forward. So thank you again for the platform and the time. And we're being of service to a lot of people out there, Alan and Kurt. So thank you very much.
You're
Mahalo
welcome, Mary.
and
Mahalo too, my
adios.
friend.
Gracias.
We got hey, we got but the Hispanic coaches we've had various Joe Mendez who with the PerkPay.cash who was previously on here as well. Never know who you're going to meet, ladies and gentlemen. And again, this is Massive Connections, Alan Holmes. Before I sign off, I want to pass out back to the Emily Gomer or Kurt Roscoe for any closing remarks, comments, jokes. No, Kurt, Emily.
I didn't know if Emily could play the videos too.
Gart, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I can add, this is really an illustration of what we go for in Mastery of Connections. It's an experience, a process, and a journey, folks, of how you meet connections one by one, doing 1-to-1s and getting in these networking groups like we had today. And you are entering into collaboration. And when your collaboration's fully involved, you become a collective. And that's what we have here at the Mastery of Connections. You are hearing about collectives that have been formed through the World of Ability Podcast Network, our anchor show of the World of Ability show. And this has given evolution to additional shows, a dozen or more strong, like Mastery of Connections. So that is really the art form, is that when you do what you do and then you help others do what you do, you are on a connection trail. So seeing MC Holmes here take on what Emily and I have been doing, and Marianne for a few years has been fully supportive and involved with us. It is a partnership, a collaboration, and cooperation and co-production. So yeah, we are here at the World of Ability Podcast Network co-producing with the Disability Channel, and we like to add on all of the productions of Marianne. She definitely is a creator here. And Alan, you're a character. So with that thought, over to you, Emily. What do you got?
You got a video for us, Emily?
Maybe. Well,
See,
There
there
we
it
go.
is. And we say 1, 2, 3, and boom, there it is.
here.
Love is the only way. Love is the only way.
We'll get it here, just synchronizing the visual. Got an audio now. Get back to the visual so you can watch.
Love is the only way. Love is the only way. Love is the only way. Take a breath. Let it be alright. Take a breath. Let it be enough right now. Let this moment be what it is. Let this moment be your doorway to bliss. Seeking love, 'cause it's seeking you.
Yes, that video was made by my Fiverr graphics team. And again, that's Lucy Lynch. She's the singer. She is located in Waikiki, Hawaii. And Leon McLaughlin Clean Water Foundation is in Seattle, Washington. So if you want to visit Leon's Clean Water Foundation, it's cleanwaterfoundation.wa.org for Washington. And that's lucylynch.bandcamp.com. And I'm Marianne of Waikiki. It's www.actsofkindnessseries.com. And Donors Choose is www.donorschoose.org. So thank you so much
Wow,
for
wow.
showing that, Emily. That video is going to be forwarded to the United Nations with Leon McLaughlin, with him bringing those filters to over 40 countries. And thank you again for everybody for being of service. Mahalo, Marianne of Waikiki.
Well, mahalo with that said, and what a jam-packed show, and thank you so much, Marianne, for being a guest as well. We powered by the Disability Channel, and of course, Kurt and Emily always having the Mastery of Connections and the Master Connections back. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, be well, be good, and of course, be kind to one another. Thank you. Mahalo.